We are Asia and Gisela. We are the co-founders of the Light Squad Studio, here based in Barcelona, Spain. We are here to tell you a bit about ourselves and who we are and why we ended up starting our own studio.
The Light Squad Studio is an independent lighting design studio. It's formed by architects and interior designers specialized in leading lighting techniques. We are not manufacturers or distributors or installers. We collaborate with technical teams formed by architects, interior designers, and engineers in medium and large scale projects all over the world. By the way, I am Gisela. I was raised in Barcelona. I studied architecture while I was working in a design studio where I developed retail projects. There was where I really realized the importance of lighting in a project. So I decided to join the architectural lighting design master given by the Polytechnical University of Catalonia. And while I was doing that master was when I started working for an important lighting design studio, also from Barcelona. And there I spent nearly 2 years developing all kinds of typologies. When my time there was over, I decided to start working for my own, and I started collaborating with many important architecture studios from Barcelona. And for example, with this studio, I had the chance to work on the interior lighting design project of La Sagrada Familia. I think that this project was like the one in which I grow as a professional in this area, not only because the complexity of the project, but because of the challenge. And after some years from that, Maria and I, we decided to create our own studio, and that was how the Light Squad Studio was born.
So you're gonna listen different names, Maria and Asia. I have both names, and you can choose the one you prefer the most. I like them both. So I was raised in Madrid, and I studied interior architecture there, in the Polytechnic University. And during the third year, I think it was, I did a course in lighting design, and a new world opened for me there. But I was really curious about Italian design, and I wanted to have an international experience. So I went to Milan to do a master in interior design. And once it was over, I went back to Madrid to study to specialize in lighting design, which is really my passion. So once I was done with that master, I went back to Milan and I started working there for lighting designers in different kind of projects, from like really small ones like a stand in a fair to like really huge ones as a master plan of a new city. I worked in different studios all over Europe and started as an intern and finished as a project manager. So going back and forth from Milan, Madrid, I ended up in Barcelona, which is a city that of course I love, and it gave me the chance to meet Gisela in a studio that we both collaborated in. So we had a really strong bond from the beginning, and we had the same view of how to approach a project and its design, and it was actually really easy, so it was a perfect match for us. Yeah. I think that the Light Squad Studio started with a fresh philosophy of what a lighting expert can offer to others.
As of today, we have had the chance and pleasure of working, I think, in nearly all typologies of project. But we are always looking for the challenge in a project. I mean, the project that we most like is the one that gives us the opportunity and the tools to develop original and clever solutions in order to make the project awesome.
While in architecture and design leading cities such as New York, Milan, or London, the lighting expert figure is essential. In Spain, there is a lack of awareness of our profession. So part of our daily job is to raise this awareness and let people know what we do, why we do it, and how we do it. I guess we all have in mind some great spaces or buildings that during daytime with natural light look just awesome, but during nighttime with artificial light they just lose completely their essence and become dull and functional. Natural light shows you different kind of layers of light and different contrast and shadows. So with all of this you can give people the opportunity to see and read the space in which they're in. I think that artificial light needs to do exactly the same.
In fact, good illumination is not just an added value to a project, but a bad illumination can completely destroy it. Yeah. In this sense, the lighting designer is an essential part of the technical team, just as the architect, the interior designer, the specialist in landscape. Each one has its mission, so we need all of them. I'm sure that we can all think in many examples of spaces that are not working properly just because of a bad lighting, such as, a shop, for example, where the product is not reflecting the quality or the texture or the properties of the clothes or something, just because the lighting is not good enough. Or a restaurant, high cuisine restaurant, high level, but inside the space the users are not feeling that cozy atmosphere that they should, no?
Or maybe even in offices in which people are not able to perform correctly because there's a poor illumination. Light is a powerful technical tool that must be mastered in order to make people understand what they perceive and how they perceive it.
This is a tough question because each project has parts from which we can be really proud of. But if we had to choose one, maybe it could be the most recently constructed, which is the Gates Hotel here in Barcelona also. In this project, we were able to start working with a technical team from a very early beginning, which is a very good thing because we could develop a great concept proposed, and then a very complete DD. We were on site with installers, so we can be very there, so to supervise everything. So these are the good ones. These are the projects in which we can reach the best results, just because this way we can achieve the total integration of the technical lighting design within the space.
So I think that starting the Light Squad studio from scratch, it was really hard to get it in motion because we had little to no help, and we have accomplished a lot, but we still have to fight every day to get the projects that we really wanted to participate in. And as we were speaking before, in Southern Europe, associations are not as strong enough as in northern ones because there's not this awareness about lighting design, and even lighting designers are not there to help you so much, and even the whole context of our world is not fluid enough, and there's not information going from one to the other, so knowledge or anything. So we're quite lost, and that's why the starting of this association means so much for me, because sharing experience and achievements and everything would be really enriching for all of us. So I think it's not just one, but all of them. From the very beginning, from all of our exposes that gave us a chance to be part of their studio and collaborate with them, learn from their know-how, till all of the colleagues we found throughout the way that really helped us in the development of our career.
Sure. In fact, by learning the know-how of some of the best of the profession, we have achieved to develop our own methodology, which we think that is more flexible. We have tried to make it adaptive to the 2.0 technical teams in order to make the lighting designer an important part of it.
Daily, more and more buildings are well illuminated, and we think that that's because a lighting expert is behind their designs. So this fills up with hope in a country that there's for little awareness of what it's light.
Mm-hmm.
So what really enlightens us is like seeing a project that is well designed and well executed.
Architecture, construction, and design areas have been led by men throughout the course of history. So yes, nowadays most studios have a man as the head of the studio. That's right. But we have to think that for the past 15, 20 years, women have been filling the classes of the technical degrees. So fighting for a place there, just as we did, in fact. So we think that it's a matter of time that this situation changes. Nowadays, there are many women that are starting to be someone, to become more visible. Anyway, they need us to keep supporting them, to be pushing, to be there. And that's why, in fact, we are here today with Women in Lighting, which is a great way to keep supporting.
See, exactly. I think that with new blood and a lot of enthusiasm and this good initiative behind, the schedule will somehow need to balance, and we should start being more visible. But it's important that this important, how can we say? I mean, these important heads are visible because of their knowledge and
Sure.
what they have done in the past, and not only because of gender. I think
that it's clear, no?
See, the best advice would be maybe to set a goal and follow it with passion, no matter what, until you achieve it.